I have to just tell you that you are inspiring me to create even more videos with all of your comments. I love having you all chiming in and sharing what moves you or what you're struggling with, because it leads me into knowing what is needed out there for me to create more videos around. Because it is my passion to help you all. I know that we all have the ability to heal ourselves, and it's a matter of raising our consciousness so that we start to view things very differently. Most importantly, ourselves. We view ourselves differently. We view our challenges differently. We view our life differently, all the different circumstances. Because the truth is, we all have challenges in our life, whether they be big challenges, which most of the people who are watching this video, and myself as well, have experienced or are experiencing. Or it might be the littler challenges that might feel big, because just because they're not as big as other challenges doesn't mean that they don't still present difficulty or reactivity, fear, feelings of self-pity or victimhood. These are all common parts of the human experience. When we have those circumstances that come up in our life, even if it's not the actual challenge, but if it's something else that's presenting itself, such as a fight with our spouse or a family member, or feelings of loneliness, or feelings of being a burden to our family, or feelings of guilt that we can't be more active with our family, with our kids. All of these are still challenges in their own right, even if it's not the main challenge, and they're all here in order to help you practice. Practice no longer continuing to get caught up and lost in the emotion, in the reaction that our conditioning has programmed us to react as. And another part of this message that I wanted to share with you is, so when we view each day as another opportunity to go even deeper into doing this work, another day to be even more present, another day to practice, because that's what this work is all about, practicing letting go, or actually even before letting go, practicing being even more aware when we start to react to something, when our body receives the message that it's in danger, or when we get absorbed by the mind, when the mind takes over, when we start believing all of the thoughts that are being fed to us from our mind. Each time this happens, it's not a time to blame yourself or judge yourself or beat yourself up because of it. It's not a time to believe that, oh, I must not be good at this. Maybe someone else can heal themselves, but I can't because I can't seem to stay consistent or keep myself from getting caught up in the low vibration emotions. It doesn't mean that at all. That's just what the mind is feeding you. So the more that we become present and the more that we remember that we don't have to believe everything that the mind is feeding us, that is when we become even more powerful. That's when we take our power back from the mind, because ultimately we are the ones who get to choose where we place our attention. But if we're not aware of our reaction and we're just getting lost in it and believing whatever the mind is feeding us, then that keeps us from accessing our power, because we're giving all of our power to the mind. So the more aware that we can become each time it happens, then the less we get sucked in to the program. And the more we're letting the opportunities that are presenting themselves serve as allowing us to practice with it and strengthen our ability to not get lost in what that circumstance used to mean to us, or how the old version of ourselves would get caught up in believing the mind, in believing that what it means or what it used to mean to us, and let go of that meaning. Because when we become aware of it and we bring ourselves to presence, from presence, that is where we get to choose. Because as we all know that we are the ones who choose where we put our attention, right? We choose what we believe, We choose when we're conscious of our beliefs, and most of our beliefs are unconscious. But when we're conscious of it, then we get to choose what we believe, where we give our energy, which is where we're putting our attention, is where we're giving our energy. And we get to choose how we're responding to it. So instead of letting it cause our body, and again, most of us aren't even in tune to our body because we're so used to being in our mind. But when we put our attention in the body and we bring ourselves to a place of calm by taking that conscious breath and then putting your attention in the body, letting go of the fear and instead choosing faith. When we bring ourselves to the present, then we get to choose to put our attention on having faith that this is all happening for us, that it's happening for us to go within and discover who we are and take our power back from the mind. And by using every day as a blank canvas and practicing, noticing when we start to feel triggered, noticing our emotions, and instead of getting lost in them, bringing ourselves to presence as soon as we're aware of them, allowing ourselves to feel it, giving ourselves compassion, but staying present, not getting lost and identifying with the mind, with what the mind is feeding us about what this all means, and instead being in the expansive space of the present moment, because that truly is where we take our power back. And then from that place, we can put our attention on whatever we choose. We can put our attention on the future that we're creating. We can put our attention on the clear intention that we have doing Dr. Joe's work, that we know already exists in the field, that it already is a potential that we just need to call in by already feeling in that emotion. And again, it's not something that's easy to do all the time. It's not even expected, and it's not necessary to stay in that elevated state constantly, because that's what a lot of people believe, that, oh my gosh, if I happen to get lost for a moment, or even for a day, if I get lost in the fear that I ruined everything. It's not true. It's just learning. It's all learning. It's all practice. So giving yourself the leeway to be human and to know that this is about practicing, not about perfection, then you're doing it. You're doing the work. And I'm here to support you. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. If something that I said in this message really supported you and gave you what you needed, I would love to hear. And of course, please do subscribe to my channel, because until we become aware of the unconscious program, it continues to run our lives. So awareness is everything. All right, so I'm so happy to connect with you all. I really hope that you're enjoying my messages for you. And if you have any specific needs or areas that you would like me to discuss, I would love to hear from you. All right, I'm sending you all so much love. Mwah.